Hello and welcome to another video on DIY crafting ideas for your playscale dollhouse diorama. In this video we will be looking at this beautiful young lady right here. So her body is the body of a Hermione Harry Potter doll, one of the first ones that were released. She's multi-jointed, but this head here is from a Chelsea doll. I believe she is the Chelsea doll that was basketball, and she had this beautiful orange hair, but it's kind of elevated in the back. I don't remember if she had a ponytail. Maybe in one of my other videos it'll show she had a ponytail. But I ironed her hair down, the steam iron. It still looks kind of puffy and stuff up in the back. So if I kind of touch it, it still goes up in the front. I mean at the top of the head. So I think it still needs to be ironed again, and here it is again, and it's better. It's staying down, it's not moving when I touch it, so that's good. But this doll's body is really loose now. Her elastics need work, but the face looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And the hair looks so nice. I really love this hair. So I think I'm going to iron it one more time to see how that looks, if it stays down one more time, and maybe get a little bit more hair to stay near her face. I think I'm really happy with it now. So I went ahead and put on her top because I think this is the way she's going to stay. I don't think I need to heat it up again, and it's staying down whenever I touch it. So I like that. And I didn't know how to decorate her hair or anything, so I just decided to put a little bit of her long hair across one of her eyes, hanging in her eyes. She would have maybe a bobby pin or a head pin on to hold that hair back. But as of yet, she doesn't have anything in her hair yet. Maybe you guys have any ideas on how to design her hair? I don't know. As of yet, it's going to stay like this, just flat and straight. I think I like it like that. This is the room she's going in, of course. You guys have seen it before in my other videos, unfortunately, because after my mom passed away, I've been having a really hard time, doing things that I normally was doing. So I just basically stopped after I showed you guys this video on how the room was coming along and everything. I had stopped showing doing the videos, but now I'm back and I want to continue to do that because I like decorating these houses. And these things here, okay, these things are, you might know them from the Hello Kitty Miniverse. They are kind of on the short side, the tabletop there, but they're wonky, so they need to be glued in the middle, in the center there. And then I'll be using these as the tabletop, and maybe multiple of these to make the table base, and stick them like this on top of each other, and then another one on top of this, so that the skinny part is at the top and that fits into the tabletop. So just need to put a little bit of glue at the edge like this, very very little, because you don't want it to be really messy. So I used E6000, the gray tube, and I've just put a little bit on with a toothpick because I don't want it to be messy and have to clean it up after. So this way I just added a little bit, stuck it together. As you see, there's no mess. And then went ahead, and since this one looked really really good, I just went ahead and continued to do the other ones. Lots of E6000 in the top because I want the top to make sure that it doesn't come off of the base. So I put a lot in there, and I'm thoroughly sure it's gonna stay just fine. And I was right, they look really good. So I like the way they turned out. There's no mess or anything, so they don't even look like they were glued together. They look like they were always like that. This is the doll's little table and stuff, and as you can see, it looks good. And I thought maybe on the side of this little couch, like to put it in her room, like on the side, just to add more furniture, because I thought it was just too empty in there. In my last video about the doll room, you'll see there was only like 4 pieces of furniture maybe that were gonna go in there. So these end tables are gonna look good in there. I did put some hot glue at the bottom there, and then put it on top of something silicone, so that way it would dry nice and flat and stay still. That's just to give it a little bit of weight, but it didn't really matter because they stand up fine and everything. And I think they look good, but let's continue on looking at this now. This is the books from the mini brands. Now, I only bought one of these, okay, because you just get like a bookmark, the little magnifying glass, and then you get like 3 books. And then this like shelf and stuff. A lot of people didn't want because it's just the one shelf. Somebody told me, oh, well, you could put them together, and so they gave me theirs they had put together because they bought two capsules. And this is the way it looked when they gave it to me. And I thought, well, that looks good. And so I thought I'd just add mine to the top of it, and it would be like a good height for it. So the 3 of them, I think it might be a good height for her. So let's just see how it is compared to this furniture, and I think I'll measure it too against the doll to see her height, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. If it's a good height, or should I go bigger? Should I buy another capsule and put it at the top? And oh my gosh, she's really strong. It's like a particle board shelf to her. She dropped it. Okay, so let me just sit her down right here because she is so wonky. I seriously gotta fix her body joints. Okay, can you sit? Oh gosh. Sit in a sitting position. Okay, no. Okay, please stay. Fix this here. And I think let's just take a closer look at it. It is a white, like painted wood, you know, you can see the wood grain, that's cute and stuff. But the inside of it doesn't look good because it has all these like ridges on the inside, the plastic ridges. The inside here, see, is like lots of ridges of plastic on the inside. They should have covered that up. So just be flat plastic. But I mean, it looks okay. Maybe for like books and toys and stuff that I could put in her shelf, so that way her room looks more full and more lived in. This is the house that I talked about in my other video. I was gonna use this glue to fix it and everything. I had talked about how it wasn't made well when I bought it. The front of it here does not stay on to the front of the house. When you pick it up, it like hangs off. So when I'm having it displayed, the front of the house would be hanged off. And I thought I could just set it on the floor and then it wouldn't matter. But you know, the front of it, I could set it on the floor separate from the house. But then I thought that's not what I wanted. You know, I wanted to be able to have it closed or open, and having it closed looks wrong. So these bottom parts right here, they need to be a hint lower. And I thought maybe, how would I do that? So I thought maybe adding some like clear plastic, gluing it down there at the bottom to maybe like a few layers. I'm gonna say like 3. But this is the inside parts, and I thought maybe I should like paint them or something, or put wallpaper to kind of like color them up. I separate the inner walls, so that way each room can be like a different color, and it'll be like a colorful piece to have in her room instead of having these like burnt wood edges, because I don't think they look good. I think it looks cheap like that. So, and I was thinking about maybe making curtains and rugs for it, but these things here are going to be so hard to put on here to add that extra layer so that way it doesn't hang down. So I decided to go with wood instead and put a little piece of wood in there, maybe sand it to make it like a little thinner, because that side's a little thinner on that side over there. And then I just like glue them down here, the little pieces, to add to it. And I think that will be better. So I'm just gonna, they're kind of hard to hold on to because they are so small. So I'm gonna be using tweezers to hold this and to be able to sand it. And I'm gonna sand it in circles a little bit just because it's harder to go like forward and backward. It's easier to get it like in a circle to get that shaved up. But I'm gonna do that to both little sticks because I need to get them at the right thickness, just enough thickness so that way they fit here at the top. And if they fit here at the top, then they're gonna fit at the bottom. So when I glue it in at the bottom of the window, it will add that extra security to hold the whole thing, the whole front panel up where it belongs. Other side, perfect fit as well. So I did a good job at doing that. I'm glad I decided to go with the little wood pieces instead. So I'm gonna put it like this. I'm just gonna put a little glue and stick it there. This is kind of hard to work on because it is so small. Do you guys have a hard time working on things that are so small? Because my fingers, sometimes I just can't hold things in place. So I use a toothpick like to put glue here to make sure I just use the hint of glue because I didn't want to use a lot because I didn't want it coming out past the little glue sticks. And I had to use my tweezers because my fingers are just like so big. I don't know how people work on smaller miniatures than playscale size one. We do 1/6, right? But other people do smaller scales, and I don't even know how I would do that. I used to do smaller scales when I was younger, but to tell you the truth, the stuff always came unglued. Always. I never had the right kind of glue. So there it is. I glued my piece in, and it's ready to go. All I need is for you guys to let me know how I should paint it or decorate it on the inside. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with another video for you. Until then, you can check out one of these videos. Bye!